on everybody and snap your fingers.
Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Chef Rob. Today we're going to make a spring carrot cake bread. It's going to have a cinnamon cream cheese frosting. We're going to start with the dry ingredients. If you're making this right now, have your oven preheated to 350. Okay, so we're going to take 1.5 cups of the all-purpose flour. Now this one here is a 3/4 cup measurement, so I need 2 of these. Just kind of spoon it in and then just give it a nice easy swipe. Okay, this will take in the oven anywhere from 55 to 60 minutes. We're going to add some baking powder, so we want 1 teaspoon. Just kind of shake it till it's nice and level. We're going to add some baking soda, so we want 3/4 of a teaspoon. So I have a quarter here, and then I'm also going to add in the half and just kind of again make that nice and level. A little bit of salt. The salt is, and it's a 1/4 teaspoon. It's going to bring out all the cinnamon, the ginger, the nutmeg flavor. Okay, so just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We want 1 of the ground cinnamon, so 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, just like that. I'm going to take 1/2 teaspoon of the ground ginger and a 1/4 teaspoon of the ground nutmeg. Just take this, all these right here, leave them on the side, whisk them, and then we'll start with our wet ingredients. You're going to want to have a 9x5 loaf pan ready. Okay, so you can get that ready. And now you want a medium bowl for your wet ingredients. Okay, let's take our wet ingredients. Now you could take vegetable oil, canola oil, or melted coconut oil. Just melt that down if you're using coconut oil. And you want a 1/2 cup. And you're just going to pour that into a medium bowl. Then we're going to take 2 room temperature eggs. Really important to bring them to room temperature. So just kind of tap them on the side of the bowl, drop them right in here. Okay, so we have our 2 large eggs and our vegetable oil in here. We're going to take 1 full cup of the light or dark brown sugar, whatever one that you do have. So when you do have the brown sugar, take it and just pack it in here. Okay, so really important that it's packed in here. Just like that. And it should come out looking just like that. Okay, just drop that right in here. I want 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened applesauce or yogurt, room temperature. Okay, so when you are doing this, I'm using applesauce, just take out the amount that you need right ahead of time, okay, because you don't want to bring yogurt or applesauce to room temperature for any that you're going to put back into the refrigerator. Okay, so we have our 1/3 cup of applesauce. Want 1 teaspoon of the pure vanilla extract. And we're just going to pour this right in here. Okay, now we want to take some carrots, and with the carrots we want 1.5 cups of carrots. I'm actually just going to whisk this really good first. So peel your carrots, probably 3 large, maybe 4 or 5 medium to get 1.5 cups. Okay, so have a box grater all ready, so just leave that to the side. So I have my box grater here. These are a little bit smaller carrots, so I am just going to use this side of the grater here. So just have extra carrots around just in case you do need them. And when you do make this bread, you do want to put it right into the oven because the vegetables, they will give off water and the water will settle at the bottom. So, and then it will feel like it's never cooked all the way through. So as soon as you mix this batter, put it right into the oven. Okay, so this is about 1.5 cups right here. So I am just going to measure it because I don't want too much or too little. So I'm putting 1 cup in here. Drop that right into the wet ingredients. Scrape up the remainder. And just make sure it's a half cup. And it is just perfect, so that is good. So I used about 4 medium-sized ones. Okay, just take the whisk, just bring this all together. Now I want to let you know what you could add to this, okay? I am not adding anything into this, but some people like nuts or raisins. So walnuts, pecans, raisins, dried cranberries, that would all go really good in here. You can add up to about 3/4 of a cup, okay? So I have my dry ingredients right here. And now I'm just going to get everything off of this whisk here. And now just take a spatula, bring this all together into the dry. Get every drop out. Sometimes when I make a carrot cake, I will add in a little bit of crushed pineapple too. So if you do anything like that, maybe like a 1/4 cup, and if you do add it, make sure you squeeze out all the juice. Okay, so we're just gonna get this until there's no flour left, and then we're gonna put it into a sprayed 9x5 loaf pan. While this is baking, we will make our cinnamon cream cheese frosting. And you want to let this cool when it comes out of the oven. And to check for doneness, use a toothpick. Toothpick should come out very clean. Nothing should be on it. Okay. So if you see any flour there, just keep mixing until it is all gone. When you're baking this, bake this on the center rack and then put a sheet of aluminum foil on the rack above just to prevent it from getting too dark. Okay. So when you're spraying a loaf pan, just kind of from a distance, don't do it real close, you want to do it from a distance, just real quick, and it gets every spot in there. It won't stick in here. So I'm just going to pour this all in here, and we're going to get this to where everything is out of here and it's all nice and level. So you don't want one high spot, one low spot. So spread this out very good. Center rack 350 for about 55 to 60 minutes. And it's going to be really good with that cinnamon cream cheese frosting. So while our spring carrot cake bread is in the oven, we're going to take about 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. Put that in here. Have a little hand mixer ready to go. And we're just going to beat this until it's smooth and creamy. And then we're just going to add in 2 tablespoons of the softened butter. Do this in separate steps just to get it all combined really well. And then we start adding in some powdered sugar, vanilla, some cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. So let's just start beating this on a medium speed. And it'll just be really nice, smooth, and creamy. And then we're just going to add in our softened butter, which is 2 tablespoons. So with the butter and the cream cheese, take it out about an hour ahead of time. And just drop that in there. Now just bring this all together. And have a spatula handy because you want to bring everything down from the sides when you start adding the confectionery sugar. If it does get stuck in here, just pop these off for a second, okay? And you can just kind of hit it against the side, okay? And it'll just loosen it up, okay? So now the butter and the cream cheese is all combined really well. We're going to add in 1 full cup of the confectioner's sugar. And just kind of drop it in there, just like that. Again, have a spatula ready, go against the sides here. Okay. Bring this all together. Okay, and then we're going to start adding in, I'm going to turn this off, add in our vanilla extract. So you want a 1/2 teaspoon of the pure vanilla extract. And then you're going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. If you like a little more cinnamon, just add a little bit more. And just a little pinch of the regular table salt. Just brings out the vanilla and the cinnamon. So let's just bring this all together. Now you're going to want to let the carrot cake bread cool and get almost very room temperature before you frost it. Otherwise the icing will kind of come off of it and it will not hold on to it well. So just get this really good. I'm going to turn up the speed just a little bit. And then we're just going to leave this to the side. And when the cake comes out of the oven and it's cooled, we're going to frost that cake and we'll just slice it and it'll be ready to serve. You can cover it and store the leftover bread in the refrigerator for anywhere up to 1 week and it will stay very, very well. But I would keep this in the refrigerator. Okay, if you do like a room temperature bread, just take it to room temperature about an hour ahead of time, right up onto our plate. Our spring carrot cake loaf came out of the oven. It cooled on a wire rack. It is completely cooled. We're going to take the frosting that we made a little bit earlier and just spread this all on top right here. And if you're ready to serve it, just slice it right up. If not, just leave this in the refrigerator covered. And this will last up to 1 week. Perfect for spring. Carrot cake bread will be great any time of the year as well too. Okay, so there's a lot of frosting on here. So if you don't like it as sweet, you can cut that recipe right in half, but always taste it to see if you want a little more cinnamon or if it needs just a touch more salt in there. Okay. So this is the way your spring carrot cake bread should look. I hope you enjoy it and have a great day. Bye.
I love my baby.